So let's talk about cartilage histology. Firstly, the learning outcomes. Describe the structure, function, and composition of cartilage. Describe the cells involved in cartilage production and maintenance. Explain the role of the three main cartilage types. And identify cartilage cells and structures on histology slides. So what is cartilage? It is a strong, flexible, and supportive tissue that is found all over the body. For example, the ears and nose, the joints, the ribs, and the vertebral discs. The function of cartilage is it's a supporting surface for organs such as the epiglottis and ear, an articulating surface for bones such as the hip joint, and a template for bone growth such as long bone growth. So the perichondrium, this is the outer layer that surrounds cartilage tissue and is composed of dense, irregular connective tissue. It consists of two layers, the outer fibrous layer and the inner chondrogenic layer. The outer fibrous layer contains dense fibrous connective tissue which is used for protection, whereas the inner chondrogenic layer contains progenitor cells and chondroblasts. So, the extracellular matrix is a complex mixture of 75% water, 10% aggrecan, and 15% fibers. The type of fibers that reside in the extracellular matrix will ultimately dictate the type of cartilage. For example, elastic cartilage predominantly contains elastic fibers, whereas hyaline cartilage mainly contains type 2 collagen fibers. Collectively, the water, aggrecan, and fibers give cartilage its shock absorber properties. This complex mixture attracts water due to the negative charges of the proteoglycans, i.e. the aggrecan and hyaluronic acid, which allows cartilage to withstand compression since water can be squeezed out when any force is applied. So let's meet the team for cartilage. Let's start off with the osteochondral progenitor cells, which are derived from mesenchymal stem cells that differentiate into either osteoblasts or chondroblasts, since osteoblasts synthesize bone, whereas chondroblasts synthesize cartilage. Remember that. Osteochondral progenitor cells are also found in the perichondrium. They stain basophilic, and their morphology often varies. Here we found them in the perichondrium, in the outer edges, and if we zoom in, we see our osteochondral progenitor cells with varying morphology. Secondly, chondroblasts, differentiated from osteochondral progenitor cells, they synthesize and secrete the extracellular matrix that forms cartilage, and they're highly active. The chondroblasts are found near the perichondrium. They are oval in morphology, and therefore easier to spot, and if you find them on the edges of the perichondrium, when we zoom in, you can usually see them being a bit bigger than our osteochondral progenitor cells. The chondrocytes. These are specialized mature cells derived from chondroblasts. They synthesize and maintain the extracellular matrix, and they are less active. They are found centrally in cartilage. They reside in lacunae, and they exist with 2 or 3 other chondrocytes as isogenous groups. As you can see, they're found centrally, and if we zoom in, we can see them residing in their lacunae. So why do we get these lacunae? Chondroblasts secrete a matrix and become encapsulated in this trapped matrices known as lacunae. In the process of secreting the matrices, the chondroblasts reside in these lacunae and mature into chondrocytes. Lacuna, or the plural lacunae, are small pits or unfilled spaces where chondrocytes reside with 2 to 4 other daughter cells known as an isogenous group. They're often located centrally. What is cartilage? There are 3 different types of cartilage. Hyaline, for example, in trachea, elastic, for example, in the epiglottis, and fibrocartilage, for example, in the spinal discs. Hyaline provides an articular surface for joints and an airway structure, and it's also very common. Elastic is similar to hyaline and provides structure and elasticity, whereas fibrocartilage is extremely strong due to a banding appearance. Hyaline cartilage. It is found in the respiratory tract, ribs, nose and articulating joints. The extracellular matrix consists of proteoglycans, water and type 2 collagen. The perichondrium surrounds the cartilage and supports the cartilage with nutrients and cells, whilst the chondrocytes maintain the extracellular matrix and lie in lacunae. The other cells lie or reside around the perichondrium. Elastic cartilage. It is found in the external ear and parts of the middle ear as well as the epiglottis. The extracellular matrix consists of proteoglycans, water and elastic fibers. And elastic fibers give this cartilage resilience and high elasticity. And a special stain is used to see the elastic fibers, and this is known as a Van Giesen stain. The perichondrium once again supports the cartilage and is very well developed in elastic cartilage, whilst the chondrocytes maintain the extracellular matrix and also form lacunae in elastic cartilage, whilst the other cells reside in or near the perichondrium. Fibrocartilage. It is found in the pubic symphysis, intervertebral discs, and some entheses. Enthesis, or plural entheses, these are the connective tissues between a tendon or ligament that connects to bone. There are two types of entheses, fibrous and fibrocartilaginous. The extracellular matrix consists of proteoglycans, water and type 1 collagen, and is arranged in bundles to resist compression, and the type 1 collagen is interspaced in the dense connective tissue. The perichondrium, there is no clearly defined perichondrium in fibrocartilage, and the chondrocytes are found within the bundles but exist as solos. And the other cells are often difficult to find on histology slides. Okay, so as a summary, cartilage serves multiple functions throughout the body as a strong, flexible and supportive tissue. There are three types of cartilage and they are categorized predominantly by the fiber in the extracellular matrix, such as collagen type 2 fibers in hyaline cartilage, elastic fibers in elastic cartilage, and collagen type 1 fibers in fibrocartilage. The major structures of cartilage include the cells which produce and maintain cartilage, the extracellular matrix which supports the cells, and the perichondrium surrounding cartilage. And the key players in cartilage synthesis include the chondroblasts and the chondrocytes, both derived from osteochondral progenitor cells.